Two. Check 1, 2. What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, y'all. Happy Hump Day. I hope everybody is feeling good out there. Welcome, 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 welcome. I have a great show set up for you guys today. In lead stories, Trump's State of the Union. We will talk about it. I got some clips, and I'm really, really excited to get to the comment section and get your reactions. All right, that's what we're going to start off with first. Then Don Lemon sued over Minnesota church protests. He's been sued by a churchgoer, not the government. This is somebody suing him, what it appears to look like civilly. All right. Also, Bill Gates admits to having an affair with 2 women, not 1, but 2. And also, Pam Bondi is closer to being impeached. In quick news, we're going to talk about men's hockey team going to the White House. There's apparently 5 men that decided not to go. And I also have a video from Flavor Flav, who invited the female USA hockey team to Vegas. And also, ICE agents cause multiple pileup in New Jersey. As always, we're going to go right to the comment section to get your opinion on everything. And then we will close out, as we always do, with lesson of the day. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, radio, your devices up. Bam, 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 bam. We made it to Hump Day Wednesday, and I'm about to start this show. Let's go. All right. Welcome one, welcome all. I hope y'all are having a great Hump Day Wednesday. Welcome to everybody who is tuning in live, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Kick. As always, that we've been doing at the top of the show, just want to remind everybody who is on YouTube streams, we have 2 streams going. Even after live stream, we will have 2 recordings of this video. We have a mobile recording. There's a little cell phone emoji. And M, if you're on a mobile, use that one. If you're on a TV or if you're on a laptop, use the one that does not have an icon or M beside it. Just use the regular old stream. All right. Welcome to everybody who's streaming. And let's get the show started. All right. As we ended off yesterday's show, we reminded everybody of the State of the Union. You know, we like to talk about politics here. I logged off around 8 o'clock. I was able to go back and forth on CNN and Fox, as I always do, so I can get both sides. And like I said, I'm very excited to come to the comment section. We're going to keep the show a little bit shorter than normal today, so I want you guys to hang around. I'm really interested to hear what you guys thought of the State of the Union. I have a few clips that I put together just to try to get the conversation going and let you guys know what I thought about it. I will stop a few times just to give you my 2 cents. All right. So let's start with my favorite part of the night. Take a look. All right. What was that sign? Oh, hold on, because we cannot pretend like you didn't see the sign, Mr. Trump. And for those of you who didn't see it, what does that say? You can see it right there in the back. I'll zoom in for you guys here. Black people are not apes, Mr. Trump. Black people are not apes. So that was Reverend Al Green. I don't know if it's Reverend Al Green or just Representative Reverend Al Green. I always get confused. Representative Al Green, this is the 2nd year in a row he has done something to kind of throw off Trump. I think last year, I can't remember what he did. He did something. I think he just shouted out something to try to get him off his game. He was kicked out, and he did the same thing again today, last night. I, of course, like the messaging as a black man. I did not appreciate Donald Trump putting President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama as apes. So I do think that this was warranted. The Democrats said that, they were thinking about protesting, thinking about not going. There was conversations of not necessarily yelling or giving Donald Trump any sort of moment. And a sign is kind of like falling halfway in between there. So I like the moment. And of course, when you do something like that, you also it's expected that you're going to get kicked out. So he knew what he was doing. Let's go on to my second.
Sanctuary cities
go.
that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, boards, murders all over our country. They're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Okay, so that was Ilhan Omar yelling back at Trump. Now, again, a lot of the leaders in the Democratic Party did not want to do this. They did not want it to get into a yelling, shoving match. But this was at a time when Donald Trump was talking about Minnesotans. He was talking about, frauds and them, Somalis taking over Minnesota. By the way, FYI, I just heard literally 5 minutes before getting on air here that J.D. Vance says that they're stopping some sort of Medicare or some Medicare aid in Minnesota. Literally just heard that 2 seconds ago. I don't have the full info. We'll maybe try to talk about it tomorrow. But yes, we do know that Trump and Ilhan Omar do not get along well. And of course, you know that he had to attack Minnesota during his speech. So that was another highlight that I am very interested to see what you guys have to say in the comments section. Let's continue.
DEI in America. We cut a record number of.
Hold on, let me rewind that.
We ended DEI in America. We cut a record number.
Just want to give my 2 points here about DEI. I feel like I don't feel like this is something to be proud of. Like, we ended DEI. Now, every time I talk about DEI, and we haven't talked about DEI in a long time, actually, I think a lot of people forget of the fact that DEI was put in place for people who typically were not judged fairly in the workplace, and the workplace would normally give jobs to a certain type of person. And it was DEI, if done correctly, was supposed to give an equal opportunity to not just blacks and minorities, but also women. And I know 75% of my audience is women. So the Republican women or even Republican men or MAGA men that have wives, daughters, the abolishment of DEI affects women as well. And it also affects disabled people. DEI literally, it's almost like a slang for, they just want to hire more black people or they want to hire more brown people. It's not that. It's a bigger diversity, equity, and inclusion to make sure everybody is included. Because there's a history of not putting black people in powerful CEO positions or paying equal. There's a just equal amount of situations where women are not put in C-suite positions, not being paid equally as men. There's a time where women weren't able to vote, just like all black people were able to vote. Disability, that's DEI. So for a president to say to the union to be like, we got rid of DEI, that's just crazy to me. But let's continue.
Number of job-killing regulations, and in 1 year we have lifted 2.4 million Americans, a record, off of food stamps. First year of the second term, should be my third term, but strange things happen.
Don't you guys find that a little weird? My second term should be my third term? Excuse me, sir. You're in front of Congress, you're at the State of the Union, and you're literally talking about something that goes against the Constitution of America. The Constitution says you have 2 terms, and he says this should be my third term. These are the things that I don't understand that people don't talk about, but I digress. Let's go back. Sorry, where was I? Okay, here we go.
Nobody stands up. These people are crazy. I'm telling you, they're crazy. Amazing, incredible. Boy, oh boy. We're lucky we have a country. With people like this, Democrats are destroying our country, but we've stopped it just in the nick of time, didn't we? So tonight I'm inviting every legislature to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens. Isn't that a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself. That is why I'm also asking you to end the sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, over our country, they're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Give it to them.
All right, so just 2 seconds here about that section. So the first section, you see, like, these people are crazy. He was talking about trans people, and the right got up and the left did not get up. He also then went on to talk about, and you heard his statement there where he said, I just remembered I had a little paper and with some notes, and I forgot it. I forgot to bring them with me. Anyways, so he said, we as Americans should think about Americans first and not protect illegal aliens. And the right Republicans stood up, and that's when he was like, I can't believe you guys are not getting up. And it was at that point where I thought, okay, they're not getting up for trans. They're not even getting up for a statement where it should be Americans first before illegal aliens. They're not getting up. Okay, that means they're not getting up at all. But then later on, when he was talking about Iran, they got up. And I found that a little bit of a mixed message from the Democrats, which is, you're not going to stand up for him saying a sentence of saying it's Americans first before illegal aliens. He didn't say Americans first before immigrants. He said America first, Americans first before illegal aliens. I just want to rewind that. And that is where I thought the Democrats made a mistake to not get up and support that. And I agree with him for calling them out. So just let's rewind that 1 second here.
Citizens, not illegal aliens. Your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
The first duty of the government is protect American citizens and not illegal aliens. How do you not stand up for that? And again, if you don't want to stand up for the whole speech, okay, make it known you don't stand up, but then you stand up after for Iran, like not having weapons. I thought that was a big mistake on the Republican part, but let me just get back to it.
Isn't that a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I agree.
That is why I'm also asking you to end the sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, over our country, they're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Give it to them. Knowing full well that they caused and created the increased prices that all of our citizens had to endure. You caused that problem. They knew their statements were a dirty, rotten lie. Their policies created the high prices. Our policies are rapidly ending them. We are doing really well. Those prices are plummeting downward. The price of eggs is down 60%. Nobody can believe when they see the kind of numbers, and especially energy, when they see energy going down to numbers like that, they cannot believe it. It's like another big tax cut. I'm also confronting one of the biggest ripoffs of our times, the crushing cost of health care caused by you.
Okay, so there he goes to say, eggs are this price. This is and I'm gonna just wait for you guys to talk about that in the comment section, because every president, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, you're gonna go up there and skew the economic numbers to make you look good, right? So eggs are down. That could just be where eggs in one state and maybe even one grocery store. I'll wait for the fact checkers to deal with that side, okay? So, but we'll talk about that in the comment section. Now, so I went and got my notes. For me, other than the clips that I just played for you, the things that was alarming to me: no mention of the Epstein files, no mention of the Epstein survivors. This is supposed to be the State of the Union. How could you pass the Epstein File Act and you know everything that's going on and make no mention of it? Even if you want to say whatever it is that you want to say, like what he says when he's on Air Force One, like, oh, I've been exonerated or this or whatever, etc. At least say something to the survivors. Say, we passed this act. We, went through the House with one nay. The Senate passed it right through. It came to my desk. I signed it right away. And the files are out like we wanted. Again, lie if you want. You know what I mean? We wouldn't have been surprised. But to say, regardless of the redactions of this or whatever, blah, 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 I just want to say something to the survivors. I thought that was a missed opportunity. Yes, he, of course, mentioned Minnesota, and he talked about the fraud, and he let it be known that the fraud is up to, I think, $19 billion. But then how do you bring up Minnesota? How do you talk about the Somalians and how do you talk about the fraud, and you don't mention Alex Purdy or Renee Good? Again, I thought that was a huge mistake as well, too. How do you not speak on that? And there's an active investigation, if I'm not mistaken, in Alex Purdy, and your department and your agencies made huge mistakes. And how do you not at least even acknowledge them? So I thought that was a couple of things I felt was missed out of the State of the Union. All right. So like I said, I'll be coming to the comment section. I'm really, really, really interested to hear what you guys think. The thing with a State of the Union, I don't ever feel like each side is really honest. A lot of people will say that it was a disaster. Some Republicans will say, oh, he did well. It was our marching orders for the midterm elections. Overall, I would say that most people feel like it wasn't a great State of the Union. If you talk to like most independents, my opinion is I don't think it was a complete disaster, but I feel like there was a lot of opportunities missed. And I appreciated the awards. I appreciated the men's hockey team. I appreciated some stuff, but I just felt like he should have taken the opportunity, the longest State of the Union ever. I think he should have taken a greater opportunity to speak more to the American people and about America. And I feel like an opportunity missed. So for me, that's why I don't feel it was an amazing job, just in my opinion. All right. Okay, let's move on to something that is really going wild out here. As we know, Don Lemon was arrested a few months ago. I went down to Minnesota, not only for Don's court case, but also to visit the memorial of Alex Purdy and Renee Good, and also go to the ICE headquarters. Y'all can see that on my YouTube page. But this just in, Don Lemon sued over Minnesota church protests, and not sued by the government. That is legal. This is a churchgoer. So a woman who claims to have been attending the service during the Minnesota church protests covered by Don Lemon last month is now suing Lemon and other protesters, which is key, other protesters, saying she suffered severe emotional distress as a result of the incident. In court documents obtained by TMZ, Anne Dochette claims she was attending a worship service in the city's church in St. Paul, Minnesota on January the 18th, when she alleges that Don and other unlawfully interfered with her ability to freely exercise her religion in a private place of worship. Remember, the demonstration was held in the wake of Renee Good's unaliving and was meant to confront the city's church pastor, Dave Eastwood, who is a Minneapolis ICE official. Dochette is suing for an unspecified amount, claiming she suffered severe emotional distress, fear, anxiety, and trauma as a result of the protesters' conduct. If she ends up being a witness for the DOJ, this could be very damning for Don Lemon and the organizers. And I think the other journalist was Georgia Fort, if I'm not mistaken. This could be the stuff that we don't know that the DOJ has. Remember, it's sealed. We don't know what evidence, and we don't know what proof the DOJ has. This does not bode well for Don Lemon. Dochette claims that Don acted with the group of protesters and that one protester admitted on social media to assisting Don with logistics and local contacts in support of the operation. Now, we have gone over this at length when I was at the courthouse covering this live. It's not that you're not allowed to go in the church. It's that you're not allowed to impede, block, harass, intimidate, or do anything. They can go into the church. But according to her words here, and this, if she could be used as a credible witness, and if she has any evidence, if she has any cell phone recording that maybe we don't know yet, this can be a huge turn for the DOJ. According to the papers, Don appeared to take satisfaction in the disruption as he live streamed portions of the event. Now, again, I have watched the footage. I've never seen a point where Don looked like he appeared to take satisfaction. He interviewed the pastor, he interviewed people, and to me, it seems like he was doing journalism. That's why I'm supporting Don. That's why I went down there, and especially as a content creator, I'm on Don's side. But I've always said, and as you guys know, I am about facts and receipts. Based on what we know and what we have seen, Don was exercising his First Amendment right, and he was there covering the protest and going into a church. We made the example of if I am with a bunch of bank robbers and I walk in the bank with them, no, that would be illegal because you're going in there with weapons to rob. But now we know walking into a church to protest is not illegal. You have to intimidate, you have to block, etc. So a little scary for Don. It continues. As we reported, Don insisted he was simply exercising his First Amendment right, like I just said, as a reporter to document the church demonstration, shining a light on the event as a journalist, and later vowing not to be silenced. Lemon was arrested January the 29th and charged with one count of conspiracy against the right of religious freedom at a place of worship and one count of injuring, intimidating, and interfering with the exercise of right of religious freedom at a place of worship. That's exactly verbatim what this lady is saying in her civil suit. Don Lemon has pled not guilty to the charges. We reached out to Lemon for comments on this lawsuit. So far, no word back. This could be bad. And again, don't come into my comment section and say, oh, you're on their side. Don didn't do anything wrong. This is not about what Don did right or wrong. We've already covered that at length. This is about Don being sued civilly. And just like Cassie sued Diddy civilly, the DOJ, the Southern District of New York, was able to take Cassie even after Diddy settled. Don't forget, Cassie got $20 to $30 million. You could settle that out of court. But because it is the federal government, even if you have somebody sign an NDA in a civil suit, if Don pays her $100 million, she still has the right to go and testify for the government, just like what Cassie did and testified against Diddy. And you see Diddy's in jail now, in part because of Cassie's testimony, and in a big part because of Cassie's testimony and Jane Doe. This could be really, really bad for Don Lemon. I hope it's not true. I hope it's not true. I hope everything that she's saying is not true. But again, I just want to reiterate. She says she is suing for an unspecified amount, claiming she suffered severe emotional distress, fear, anxiety, and trauma as a result of the protest. Dosset claims Don acted with the group of protesters and that one protester admitted on social media to assisting Don with logistics and local contacts in support of the operation. Very, 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 very scary for Don Lemon and crew. Okay, let's continue with another huge story. Bill Gates confesses to affairs with Russian women. This literally bombshell just dropped today. Bill Gates just dropped a bombshell. The Microsoft co-founder has reportedly fessed up to having affairs with Russian women while married to his now former wife, Melinda. Gates made the admission Tuesday, today, telling his staff the shocking news during a town hall meeting at his Seattle-based Gates Foundation, according to the Wall Street Journal. As you know, Gates has been dogged by his association with Jeffrey Epstein over the years, and it's all coming to a head with the recent release of the Epstein files. During his foundation speech, Gates said he hung out with Epstein in the US and overseas, and even flew with the late financier on his personal jet. But Gates insisted he did not elicit and saw nothing illicit, he added. And to be clear, I never spent any time with victims or the women around him. Then Gates dropped the stunning revelation, admitting to having affairs with a Russian bridge player who met him at a bridge event and a Russian nuclear physicist who he met during business activities. By the way, in the Epstein files, there is an email that Jeffrey Epstein apparently sent to himself talking about Bill getting an STD as a consequence of being with Russian girls. When asked about it by 9 Australia earlier this month, Bill Gates says the email is false and he didn't think anything was there. Gates first linked up with Epstein in 2011. 3 years after he was convicted in Florida, Gates continued his friendly relationship with Epstein despite Melinda's disgust over their connection. Melinda filed for divorce 2021, putting an end to their 27-year marriage. Crazy work. I remember playing that video for you guys a couple of weeks ago, and I also played Melinda's interview when somebody asked her about Bill trying to give her STD medication without her even knowing, which I think is disgusting. Like, it's bad enough you do that to your wife. It's bad enough that you contract an STD, but not even being man enough to tell her and admitting, but you're trying to cure her STD without her even knowing by this is just crazy work. Don't ask me why today of all days, he's like, hey, I just want to admit to the affair. Just to be clear, he is not saying that he met those two Russian women from Epstein. He's saying he met one from business affairs and one from a bridge game. In the Epstein files, Epstein is alluding to the fact that he was the one that hooked them up. So Bill Gates is not saying that he did anything wrong. He is saying that, yes, I did cheat on my wife with two Russian girls. However, it has nothing to do with Epstein. So just my brain is telling me, I think the reason why he's coming out now and saying this is to detach himself from Epstein, because the STD story was out there. Melinda has done interviews. Of course, they divorced. Melinda, didn't want to throw him under the bus even during her interview. So I think maybe now his team is probably saying, look, it's not boding well for you. People think that you're involved. Melinda's not saying anything. You're not saying anything. People are assuming that you got a divorce because maybe you did some wrong stuff with Epstein. So I think now he's coming out to say, okay, look, I was on some planes with him. I did this. I shouldn't have. But I just want to let you know, I got divorced and the STD stuff were from two Russian girls that I met on my own. So maybe some people at least will feel comfortable that they have the story of why him and Melinda got divorced. Y'all could decide if you want to believe it or not. If you ask me, it's a little, too late. But that's just my 2 cents. All right. Let's jump over now to something also too that just dropped today. A lot of stuff dropping today. What is going on with Pam Bondi? Listen to this.
Finally, the walls are closing in on the Trump administration and Attorney General Pam Bondi over her cover-up of the Epstein files as a progressive Congresswoman Summer Lee, who led the rebuttal of Trump's State of the Union, is introducing articles of impeachment against Bondi. Look at this. This is her announcement, quote, "The DOJ's refusal to comply with our subpoena and the law has gone on for too long. I'll be introducing articles of impeachment against Pam Bondi. It's time to stop allowing institutions and our own government to continue protecting the wealthy and powerful." This is big because Attorney General Pam Bondi is deeply unpopular, even among Republicans. We saw the way she behaved in front of both the Senate and then the House of Representatives during what we are all seeing as the biggest cover-up in American history, the Epstein files. So there's a non-zero chance that this impeachment could actually work, and if it doesn't work before the midterms, well, it looks like Trump is set for a massive landslide loss, so hopefully she is removed from office sooner rather than later.
So that's huge news. I think we could all agree, like he was just saying, like even Republicans are like, how could you flub the Epstein files that badly? Like, I think everybody can agree the fact that they released some victim names is ridiculous. And listen, I understand it's 3 million files. If you stack it up, it's as high as the Empire State Building 2 times or whatever. I get it. But you also had, if I'm not mistaken, 1,000 people working on it. And you all know that you're using AI. Like, that is something that you should not let happen. You guys are protecting and taking out interviews from Donald Trump. We played that for you yesterday. There's emails, there's pictures, but then you have the victims coming out. Like, I just think that that's horrible. Between her and Kash Patel, honestly, not trying to help any side here, but I actually think it would be a service, not a disservice. I think it would be a service to the Donald Trump administration if Pam Bondi got impeached and also Kash Patel. I think it would help them during the midterms because there are Democrats, there's Republicans and independents that literally feel like those two people are disasters. And Trump has enough loyalists that he could put somebody else in the DOJ that will be as loyal to him. And you know that he could find an FBI director as loyal. It's not too hard. There's so many Trump loyalists. I don't think it's too hard. But Trump's whole MO is, when you're with me, I got you. You're a J6er. Don't worry. You're not a rioter. You're you're a patriot, right? Like he calls them patriots. Anything that ICE agents, you're good. Don't worry. We won't launch an investigation to you, even if you unalive somebody. So Trump is in between a rock and a hard place. If he lets them go or allows them to be impeached, then other people who are willing to go to the ends of the earth for him and even do some things that are very much on the gray line, they're going to be like, hold on a second. Pam's out. Kash is out. Could I be next? So, he's between a rock and a hard place, but we'll see. We definitely know that he has a lot to do before the midterm elections because things are not looking good. And I'm sorry, that State of the Union address yesterday didn't do much to change things. All right. Okay. Let's jump over into quick news right now. I'm going to tell you about quick news that we recorded earlier today, but also I have a video of the men's U.S. hockey team at the White House. Also a video from Flavor Flav about what he wants to do for all female athletes, all female American athletes. And also too, I have a video of ICE agents in New Jersey causing a huge accident and a pileup. Is ICE and New Jersey going to be the new ICE in Minnesota? Make sure y'all stay tuned for quick news coming up next. All right. Before I start today's quick news, I just want to let you guys know about quick news that you could find on our YouTube page and also on podcast platforms. We break it up now and do it kind of like midday, posted around between 1 or 2 o'clock. Today, we covered a lot. Ray J accuses the Kardashians of threatening him and also breaking the law. If you hear the accusations, it's actually pretty crazy. Blueface says this baby mama is not allowed to party. 50 Cent now is no longer just attacking Mama Knowles and he's not just attacking Tiny and King and T.I. He's attacking Mama Knowles, Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Solange. Make sure you check that out. There's an American Idol star that has been arrested. Floyd Mayweather, his ex that pressed charges against him, wants him back. Mace explains his beef with Charlemagne the God. And for my people who love scripted series, Paradise Season 2 is back, all right? You see this thumbnail. You could search it on podcast platforms, or you could find it on our YouTube page in the video tab. What we're doing here now is recording the live of our daily show. Make sure you check out our quick news that we will be posting daily, all right? Okay, so let's get now into today's show's quick news and jump right into the video. Now, this video is going to start off by talking about 5 men on the U.S. hockey team that decided not to go to the White House. And then I'm going to play a few clips of the guys at the White House, and then you'll see Flavor Flav. All right, take a listen to this.
We have some news right now. 5 U.S. men's hockey team players declined to join the President of the United States at his State of the Union address. Previously, it was reported by NHL Network that it was Jake Gunsel, who was home with the Tampa Bay Lightning versus attending the speech. But we have a list of 5 total men's hockey players from Team USA who refused to attend the State of the Union address tonight. Brock Nelson, Jackson Lacombe, Jake Ottinger, Jake Gunsel, and Kyle Connor. Those are the 5 U.S. men's hockey players who are not in attendance. The 20 members of the team were in attendance. They actually just met with the President of the United States in the Oval Office. 5 did not. Now, it's unclear why they chose not to. They had other family commitments, wanted to return back to their team because their teams were playing. In any event, we don't know, but ultimately those 5 did not join. Their names again are Brock Nelson, Jackson Lacombe, Jake Ottinger, Jake Gunsel, and Kyle.
I recognize every one of you. I know every one of you. You're big guys, huh? Good. Thank you. Mr. President, how are you? Good to see you again. You came a long way since I met you. I know. I saw him when he was peanuts. Now he's fixed up. Congratulations. So here's the deal, fellas. Come on in. So we have. Huh? I love you. I'll put it on you. Absolutely. I'm not giving it back. I'm not giving it.
I'll trade you that for a pen.
Hey, that's cool. There we go. I never thought I'd ever have this on my. Okay, step back.
By the way, this is, hold on, let me put it up here. This is the USA team. Hold on, Flavor Flav. This is the USA team. Let's bring that back. Yo, Donald Trump has the men's USA team athletes at the White House, and they're eating McDonald's. What is Donald Trump's fascination with McDonald's? I don't understand. He's always on Air Force One with McDonald's. I know it's his favorite thing, but like, these are athletes. I know they eat junk food too, but anyways, I just thought that was hilarious that he did that. Anyways, let's go back now to Flavor Flav. He's going to talk about the women athletes, American athletes.
Hillary Knight and the women's hockey team. I know y'all got my invite to come to Vegas. I want to go bigger and better. You know what I'm saying? Word up. Guess what I'm going to do? I want to bring all United States female Olympians and Paralympians, the ones that won medals. Also, all my USA bobsled and skeleton athletes. You know what I'm saying? I'm your official sponsor and hype man. Just remember that. All right? And I got you guys covered.
All right. So for those of you who don't know the backstory, I'll just tell y'all quickly. So Donald Trump was congratulating the men's hockey team in the locker room. Kash Patel had him on speakerphone, and he was like, you guys are amazing. Great. The goalie was amazing too. By the way, the goalie was given, is it the Medal of Freedom? Some medal yesterday. Only 12 athletes have gotten it. Anyways, so he said, listen, I want to invite you guys to the State of the Union, and I want to invite you to the White House after the next day after as well. I'll send you guys down a plane. We want to take care of you. And then Trump says, you know, we're going to have to invite the women's hockey team too, because if I don't, they'll impeach me. I played that for you guys, and I was in shock. Not a lot of people were talking about it, so I don't think it went too viral when I was talking about it. I was like, how is the president of the United States saying this? Of course, that got picked up, and the women's team was like, we're not going. I played a clip for you guys yesterday where there was a lot of brands. Flavor Flav said you guys can come out to Vegas, and then they're not just coming out to Vegas to hang out with Flavor Flav, but it was his idea, and then a bunch of brands. Can't remember, like the airline said that they were going to join in, and then the hotel, and then food and clothes, and it's just turned into a thing. And so, yes, the men got to go to the State of the Union and the White House, but apparently the women's hockey team are getting like 10 times more. And of course, they don't want to go. Why would you want to go after an invite like that? That's like, we have to. And by the way, did you guys catch at the State of the Union where he said the women's hockey team have been invited and accepted and they're going to be showing up there? I have not heard that. I think he just said that to say that, but I digress. We shall see. All right. Okay. Let's get on over to ICE right now. ICE in New Jersey. I'm really, really curious if this is going to turn into anything that has been going on in Minnesota. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to play the audio from here. Just imagine a bunch of sirens, a bunch of yelling, because literally it's swearing throughout the whole thing. So my video here will be taken down, but I'll play it and I'll read to you what happened as you guys are watching, okay? Tell me if this does not look like Minnesota to you, all right? Look at this. This morning in Newark, New Jersey, ICE agents caused multiple cars to crash into each other as they sped to chase somebody in hazardous driving conditions. It just snowed this morning, just one day after the blizzard. Newark residents responded to the crash and clashed with police officers who seemed to be shielding the ICE officers. Multiple injuries were reported. Why, if it is snowing, ICE agents, why are you guys running down people in the state of New Jersey? Look at them, masked. This looks very reminiscent. And see now here, this is the police officers trying to like run blockade for the ICE agents. Oh, this, whatever. I can't even hear what they're saying because there's so much yelling and so much sirens, but I can just imagine from this article saying that the cops were trying to get in the middle of the residents and the ICE agents. And it seems to be like they were sticking up for the ICE agents, which is something that they were not doing in Minnesota. But I played a clip for you guys yesterday of a whistleblower that was talking about a former ICE agent saying how these ICE agents are not being trained properly. And it was a 3-minute video, really informative. You could check it out on yesterday's show. But what I feel like this is here is police know if you're chasing somebody in a car chase and you're in a resident area and anybody could get injured, any innocent bystanders at all could be injured, you give up chase. Now, it depends on the severity of the crime. If you're chasing somebody who just did like mass unaliving, okay, fine, you drive through and you catch him. But if it's somebody who is for immigration, no, you don't speed through a neighborhood after a snowstorm. You get what I'm saying? So this just goes back to the backlash that ICE is getting, and it's not because people don't want to see illegal aliens or illegal aliens who are criminals being removed. It's the way in which they're doing it. It's the way in which they're rushing the training. Apparently, it was supposed to be a 6-month training, but because they need so many more ICE agents, because Donald Trump has such a mandate, they're only training for 47 days. And why 47? Because Donald Trump is the 47th president. Like, you can't play with people like that, man. You know, so this is just more evidence of the same. All right. All right. That is it. That is with quick news for today. We're going to go over to the comment section. I don't know if there's something wrong with the comment section, if everything is feeding into me, because there's not a lot of comments here, but I'm going to go over to the comment section and see what is popping over here. All right, let's go over to the comment section right now. All right. Welcome. Where are all my comments at? Something must have happened with the comment section. Is not feeding in. What is going on? Kim is over here. What up, Kim? What up? Renee says, good evening, Trent and the Outlouders. Mystery said, hello, Trent and the Outlouders, streaming from the UK. James says, thank God DEI is over. Now we can all rely on knowledge and experience instead of the color of your skin and the type that you are. Now, look, my 2 cents with that is DEI was never to say, we're going to hire somebody who is less qualified, but because they're black or because they're brown or because they're a woman, we're going to give them their job. That's not what DEI is. DEI is, hey, you're looking for a position. What are your qualifications for this position? These are the qualifications. Okay, you could look at, a man, a woman, a disabled, whatever, blah, blah, but you need to have some sort of balance. Why is everybody in your C-suite executives, why are they all white men, for example? And it was to make sure that there was diversity, equity, and inclusion, disabled people, women, people of color. Nobody ever said, there has never been anything, trust me, we used to talk about DEI every day on the show. There is never any report, never any law, never any company that ever said they were going to give a woman a job just because they needed to meet their quota to be hiring enough women that were less qualified. That's never was the mandate. So I just, James, thank you very much for your comment, but that's just not how things were. Martin says Trump should be in prison. Mark says, what's up with the Democrats not standing up? They'd rather take care of the immigrants before they're on people. Tell me that. Yeah, like I said, I'm an independent. I call it like how it is. Like, I don't think that it was right. Don't stand up if you don't agree with something. But if somebody says a line of saying the role of the government is take care of the American people first before illegal immigrants, how do you not stand up for that? How do you sit down for a comment like that? That's crazy work. All right, this is a bot. Democrats often do not stand up or applaud for Republican presidents. That's what I assumed as well, too. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. But then they stood up when he was talking about Iran and their weapons. And he was like, yo, Iran shouldn't have those kind of weapons. Then the Democrats stood up. So how are you going to stand up for that, but not stand up for the other comment? It just made no sense to me. Thank you for your comment. That was Robin. Ray, this is, I don't know what language that is. Puff says, mess around and find out. Mr. says, thanks for the update on Pam Bondi. I had no idea she was being impeached. Just came out today. Hey, Sparkle, what up? Sparkle says, Kash Patel and Pam Bondi are doing a great job great job and out lies don't revolve. I think when our lives don't revolve around Epstein files only. There are a lot of achievements from them we can talk about. While I agree with that, the Epstein files is such a huge part of what the DOJ is doing. And if that is messed up, which everybody can agree it's messed up, then yes, that is grounds for impeachment, or that is grounds to have her replaced. That's just how life is. If you're doing 100 things and one of the things that is the major thing out of the 100, you mess that up. Okay, you might be doing good on 99 other things, but this is the most important thing, right? Mystery says, Mr. T has been very busy these last few days. He had the State of the Union. He is still involved with the something island business with something and did something today with Canada. All right, thank you very much. There must be something wrong with this stream. We've never had this low of comments. There has to be something. The comments must not be pushing in. Mystery says, I saw the first bit of the State of the Union speech with Donald Trump was entertaining, and the room was flipping his jackets like a big eagle bird. And I said, hell no, it's nearly 2 a.m. I'm going to bed. Wow. All right, cool. That's all the comments we have. I've never had where we've had this small of comments. There's something must have been wrong. I did have to restart when I put out the YouTube feed, but darn it, that sucks. Let me see if I do this. I don't know. All right, well, that's it for the comment section. Crazy. I think there's a problem definitely with the feeds coming in. I'm really, really sorry about that, guys. Where's Crystal at? Kim is here, but then now she's not here. Let me go over to Instagram and see if there's any comments over there. Happy Married said, special place in hell for all of them. Not too sure. Freedom said yes. Who else is in here? I don't see any other comments. Yeah, there's never too many Instagram comments. Hold on. Yeah, no other Instagram comments. I don't know. Something is weird today. Anyways, okay. What we'll do with that here is we'll take this off from Mystery. Mystery, if you're still there, can you send another comment? If anybody who is there, can you just try to send some comments to me? Could somebody just let me know? There's people here. We have people on stream. Can somebody on that is on the YouTube stream, whether you be on the mobile stream or whether you be on the TV stream, can you just send me a comment that said there, Mystery is coming through? Can somebody on YouTube send me a test comment? Just send me a test comment from YouTube. I think that there might be something wrong. In the meantime, there's Kim. Okay. All right. Thanks, Kim, for that. All right. Maybe there's just not a lot of people commenting today. Maybe that's what it is. Fair enough. And Kim, I could see you're on the mobile one. Anybody that's on, well, I know the TV one doesn't really comment on it, but okay. Well, you know what? This means that we just got to go to comments from the normal posts over here. Okay, let me hear newest like I always do. I'm going to just go to a random one right here. We're going to stop. And this person says, the 911 call, police always investigate significant others first. Also seems suspicious that the children are sleeping while the mother was unalive. And even if she didn't make a sound, why the hell didn't he wake the children and get them the heck out the house? Okay, so what that comment is, 1 second. Mystery just says, something is definitely wrong with the stream today, especially on my YouTube stream. Well, sorry about that, guys. Like I said, I had to restart it and maybe that messed things up. Okay, so this comment here that I'm reading that's posted from Miss Davis. This is from our quick news earlier today. There was a 911 call. This is from Caleb Finn, who is from American Idol. If you guys go check that on the YouTube page under the video tab, there's a 911 call where he's calling in to say that his wife was unalive. He called in saying that his house was burglarized. His wife was unalive in the head. And he said that his 2 kids are there. So the police come in, look around, investigate, and end up arresting him. He is charged for unaliving and tampering with not tampering a witness, but tampering with evidence on the scene, saying that he staged this and he was one who did it. He went to jail. He pled not guilty and posted a $2 million bail. And I've been trying to figure out this whole time. The police have not said why they feel like it's him. And this comment here from Mr. Davis 56 says, the police always investigate the significant other first. I know that even in the movies, but I don't understand why the police won't let us know. The police are like, we're not letting y'all know nothing. Everything is sealed. I would like to know, was it just questioning? Did they just go in there and start questioning him? And just from the questioning, it didn't seem like it added up right. How do you flub that up? How do you want to lie your wife and then flub it up so much that you ended up getting arrested? And it's not like he got arrested months later. He got arrested, I think, that night. I think, my 2 cents, I think it was the kids. I think they probably spoke with the kids And the kids were like, did you hear a window break? Did you hear anybody coming in? Did you see anybody? And then it was probably like the break-in maybe seemed weird. There was no forced entry. So if you come there, you see no forced entry. You don't see, the kids didn't see anything. Nobody heard anything but Caleb. I think that's what it is, but it remains to be seen. Here's another comment from Jacqueline. Says, Kim Kardashian been trying to silence him for years. Ray J, if you know you're right and you have receipts, then pursue it. That was what I was talking about today, earlier in Quick News. Ray J has come out and said a lot about the Kardashians. Since we have a little bit of extra time, maybe I'll read it to you guys now for those who haven't seen it. Let me see if I still have it in my phone. Oh, no, it's already been deleted from my phone. Anyways, Ray J has made a lot of accusations about them, things that I've never, ever heard him say. So shout out to Jacqueline for that. Let me see and get some other ones. Another person says, you also have to watch Cross. She's back for some more embarrassment. Don't know who that is. 50 Cent has his day coming. 50 Cent is talking about Mama Knowles and Solange. Y'all make sure to check that out. Hey, here's Renee out louder, normally on our stream. Renee says, Trent, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Kim, when she worked for Brandy, she used Brandy's credit card without Brandy's permission. That's why she lost her job with Brandy. All right, there you go. That's some good information. Thank you for that. Another person says, he's really dumb for messing with all these high-ranking witches and there it's altar versus altar. You can't just be entering spiritual battle all willy-nilly, running your mouth like this and pretend there's to battle. What story could that be that you're talking about? Huh? I don't know what you're talking about there. Maybe it's I don't know what you're talking about, but thank you for your comment, Shay Lala. Nayfit says, oh, I can name a number of reasons for suspicion. Everybody's talking about this Jaleb Finley thing. Here's a theory. One big one. Who leaves their kids alone if you don't know if there's an intruder in still and somebody has been unalive? Forensic, I'm sure. Okay. Again, the kids make sense. Sam says that part when he told the 911 reporter, I was in the room with my daughter when this happened. See, it's probably the kids, man. The kids literally messed them up. I think hey, this is from Gia. What up, Gia? Says, love the show Paradise. I didn't know it was back. Thanks, Trent. I'm telling y'all got to go see Paradise. Floyd shouldn't have taken her back. She was just crying about Nelly. That was another story that we put out. This is the last comment I'm going to take because I really want you guys to just go and check out the post. This was about Floyd Mayweather's ex, I think it's Chantel Jackson, Miss Jackson. She used to date Nelly. She used to date Floyd Mayweather. She took Floyd Mayweather to court, civil court, saying that he put hands on her. They had a big public breakup, and literally just yesterday, she posted him with his shirt off, dancing around saying, help me wish my ex a happy birthday. And then Floyd Mayweather's daughter was like, hey, this is really cool. Does this mean you're going to be my date for the fight? You know, Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson are fighting in a couple of months. My whole thing is, how could you forgive a girl that takes you to court civilly, has a press conference, and tells the world how you put hands on her? My heart don't have that kind of forgiveness. Anyways, shout out to everybody in the comment section. Thank you for filling in for our live comments. Okay, let me now go over to lesson of the day. Crystal's not here for a lesson of the day. I don't know who's going to back me up on this, but we'll go over to lesson of the day. Then I'll do my call outs, and then I'll come back to see if there is any other comments. Although we're not even getting comments coming through. All right, let's go over to lesson of the day. All right, today's lesson of the day is a little unique. You got to listen to it and then I'll explain it to you. All right. So take a listen to lesson of the day.
Smart people always wait until the last minute. It turns out their brain is doing something that yours is not. Studies have found that people with higher IQs tend to procrastinate more than everyone else. And the reason is simple. They know they can finish in time, so they don't feel the urge to rush. But that's not the interesting part. While they're waiting, their brain is still working on the problem without them realizing it. This is called the incubation effect. And it's been shown again and again in research. When you step away from a task, your mind keeps processing it in the background, forming connections you'd never find by sitting there and forcing it. Then, as the deadline approaches, something else kicks in. The body releases a surge of chemicals that sharpen focus and shut out distractions. Research shows that people under moderate pressure are about 23% more creative than those under no pressure at all. But this only works if you actually trust your ability. For someone without the skill or experience, waiting just creates panic. But for someone who knows the problem deeply, the delay becomes part of the process. This is completely different from laziness. Because when smart people wait, they're not being lazy. They're giving their brain time to explore possibilities in the background, then using the deadline as a switch, snapping into a mental state where time compresses, focus narrows, and thinking becomes faster, clearer, and more precise than normal.
Love this. This is 100% me. I'll give you an example of when I used this. When I got the date for Don Lemon's court date, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was February the 9th. Yeah, because it was the day right after Super Bowl. And I was like, okay, I want to go down. I want to cover this just like the Diddy trial. I think this is really good and I want to support him. I don't believe that he's guilty. And as a content creator, I want to go and support another YouTuber. And I was like, and I was right. I'm like, court cases are always iffy and supposed to get canceled. And I go all the way to Minnesota. What am I going to do? And not only if it gets canceled, but I'm like, he's only going there to plead not guilty. Nothing is being unsealed. We don't have any evidence. I'm like, do I go all the way out there for that? And I was speaking to somebody about it and I was just kind of on the fence. And she's like, yeah, well, you could maybe do this, or you could do that. And I was talking with her about it and I wasn't sure. And I'm like, I need a day because I think this was like the week before and I knew I had to book my ticket. I'm like, you know what? I need a day to process. And I allowed my brain to think about it without sitting down and thinking about it. Like, it was great to be able to go back and forth with somebody and she gave me pros and cons and I gave her pros and cons. But sometimes, as much as you want to start something, you need to go and do another task to allow your brain to think about it subconsciously. I always do this. And you ever notice when sometimes you're not even thinking about something and you're like, oh, I got it. Or, I got this amazing genius idea, or something comes to you. It's not just that something comes to you. It's that sometimes you need to let your subconscious brain work in the background. So let's say, I don't know, you go cut the grass, or you go swimming, or you go for a jog, or you go working out, or you go to the movies, or whatever. Your subconscious is working on the problem that you want to solve. And literally the next day I woke up, I don't know, let's say my alarm was like at like 9 o'clock. I woke up at like 8 o'clock and I was just there and everything came to me. Yo, go and visit Alex Purdy's memorial, go visit Renee Good. You could go do this. You could say this. You could do, and it turned out like everything just came to me. And then I told the person I was talking to, I'm like, I figured it out. And I literally, like, I wrote everything in my phone, like, boom, 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 boom. It just came to me. So I say that to tell you guys that sometimes it's better to walk away. Sometimes we feel like we have to come up with an answer or an idea right away, because you might be afraid of procrastinating. But I think there's a sweet spot of letting your brain rest and letting your subconscious figure it out, and that the answer will come to you eventually. But of course, like the gentleman was saying here, you cannot wait too long, and don't procrastinate now. Don't procrastinate and be like, all right, well, it's Monday. I know I got a book soon. Oh, it's Tuesday. And then you're like, no. You cannot let that time away turn into fear and be like, I'm not going to go to Minnesota. No, it's just taking a break and doing something different. So your subconscious, and like the clip said, when you're ready to go, you go. And I called her. I was like, yo, boom. I know what I'm doing. No, I think actually she was even with me when I came up with the idea. And I was like, yo, I figured it out. And she's like, You just figured that out just in an hour right when you woke up. So I'm telling you, that's the best way to solve an issue. Take a break, walk away, do something else. Your subconscious will let you, you're letting your subconscious time to figure out the issue. But the key is do not wait too long and make sure you take action. All right. So that is today's lesson of the day. I see a few comments coming in, but still kind of weird. All right. Let me go to my closeout and then I'll come to the comment section. All right. All right, y'all. We had a good show. Bam, 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 bam. Let me just turn up these applause. There we go. All right. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for kicking it with me today. I thought we had a good show. Very, very interested to see what you guys, maybe you guys will comment after this video is up. Maybe some people were busy or were doing stuff. Maybe it's the weather. But I'm very, very interested to see what you guys thought of today's show, right? So make sure you comment. Now, before I let you go, I just want to remind you guys of 3 things. First one, while we are on stream, you could give us a super chat, or after we post this video, you can give us a super thanks. A lot of people always ask us, hey, do you have PayPal? Do you have Venmo? We get emails. The best way is through a super thanks or a super chat. Also, the second thing I want to remind you guys is we have an Out Loud membership. Sign up and be an Out Louder. Today, you'll see the join button or a membership tab above me if you're on YouTube. And also, do not forget to sign up, the link below. Don't forget to sign up for Aura. I didn't do the commercial today. That's because I want to come and check out the comment section. I'm going to do it right before we end, though. But don't forget to sign up with Aura. I'll put up the QR code right now for y'all. All right. It's absolutely 100% free to see if any of your information has already been leaked. I will do the commercial shortly. Now, those are the 3 quick things. Now, I'm going to tell you the 3 ways to keep up with the Trent Out Loud show. The first way is if you are a person that likes to listen to shows like this, we're available on all podcast platforms. Just go to any pod site, type in Trent Out Loud. When the show pops up, don't forget to hit that follow and subscribe button so you can be notified every time we upload a new show. And we upload our daily main show. And also throughout the day, we will be posting our quick news segments. All right. So don't forget to look out for us 2 times a day now. The second way to keep up with this show is for people like me who like to watch shows like this. I'm a video guy. If you're like that, head on over to YouTube, type in Trent Out Loud, the show will pop up. When you're on YouTube, I'm going to need you to do 6 things. The first 2 is hit that subscribe and hit that like button, get the algorithming. If you are one of the people who see a hype button, it is absolutely free. Please give me hypes. You can give me points. It lets YouTube know that you're liking the video and they should send it out to other people. So please try to support. The third thing is please try to comment, especially like I love all the live videos, but it's really important to comment after because people who watch it after that can't get to the live show, I still want to have the conversation going. You know, you guys know this show is really all about conversation, hearing what Democrats, Republicans, hearing what somebody thinks about Ray J, hearing what somebody thinks about the guy who got arrested. I love having conversations and I love hearing both sides. All right. So please actively keep commenting. Now, for the people who don't want to join in on a conversation, I don't want you to feel any pressure. But what you can do is comment and let me know where you are watching from. Every night before I go to bed, every night, I look at the comment section and I love to see how global the show is. So let me know which country or city you are watching from. Okay. Now, the fourth thing, also very, very important. Please, if you're enjoying this channel, share it with your family, friends, and loved ones. Why? Because I'm trying to grow a platform that's going to be around 20, 30 years from now, and I need like-minded people. Most of you are here because you like having conversations, so please try to bring more people to the show and more people to the channel by sharing it. I appreciate you. The 5th thing I mentioned already, don't forget to sign up for the Out Loud membership. And 6, do not forget to give a super chat or a super thanks to your favorite YouTube host if you would like, if you're interested in that kind of thing. All right. We appreciate all the support. Before also I let you go, for those of you who want to follow me outside of the show, I'm available on all. So, hold up. I forgot the 3rd way. It's new this year, so I forget it sometimes. I said podcast. I said video. 3rd way is new 2026. We are now streaming live. We stream live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Kick. We stream between 5 and 5:45 weekdays at 5:30 p.m. Like I said earlier, We have 2 streams on YouTube. There was a little bit of a mix-up today, so I hope it's not hurting our comment section, but there was a little bit of a mix-up. But regardless, we always have 2 streams going. We have a mobile stream. We have a little mobile emoji, and we also have an M beside it. If you're on your phone, that's the best stream to go on. If you're on your TV or your laptop and you see black boxes beside me, that means you're on the mobile stream. So the TV stream is the regular one. The mobile has an M beside it, all right? So podcast, video, and streaming. There's 3 ways to keep up. No excuse to miss a show because we are on every single platform and every single way for you to digest the show. Now, for those of you who want to follow me outside of the show, I'm available on all social platforms. And it's always the same handle, Trent Out Loud. I'm the most active on Instagram. And speaking of Instagram, please try to follow me on the Trent Out Loud Show on the gram. That is where I'm able to talk to you guys in the morning, lunchtime, at night, and on the weekends. It's an extension to the show. Sometimes I'll play some of those videos here on this actual show here. But it's just a little bit more relaxed. There's not as many restrictions as YouTube. I'm able to play videos with swear words. The ice video I'll play there with you. And it's just a little bit more relaxed. Sometimes I'll be in my do-rag, I'll be in my robe, which is us talking. So if you like this show, trust me, you're bound to love that Instagram page. It's quick takes, video, and it keeps you up to date with your daily political and entertainment news. All right. So make sure you follow us on the Trent Out Loud Show. Okay. That is my sign outs. Couple of other things I have to do. I'm going to do the commercial, but before I do the commercial, and then I'm going to come to the last comments. I see some comments coming in. I got to give a happy birthday to my homie, an out louder for a long time. I'm just going to see if his last name is here. Alex. Actually, you know what? Maybe I won't read out your last name. Maybe you might not want to do that. Anyways, shout out to Alex. He's from Russia. He had to get a VPN to be able to subscribe to become an out louder. Alex had, when I was looking for names for my Instagram account, because before it was the Trent Out Loud Show, I think I called it like Out Louders, or anyways, he made me come up with the name, but he's always sending me things and sending me stories, whatever. Daily listener, really big supporter. So shout out to Alex. And y'all know what happens when it's someone's birthday, and it sucks that there's not a lot of comments here, but comment happy birthday in the comment section to Alex. Please, no matter what stream you're on. And Alex, you know what's going to happen right now, bro. Happy birthday to you. Boom, boom. Happy birthday to you. Everybody now. Happy birthday, dear Alex. Happy birthday to you. I gave you the old school horns because you're an old school out louder, and also we got to give you the new horns. There you go. I see some comments now. What up? Yo, happy birthday, man. And thank you so much for all the support all the way over in Russia. All right. Appreciate you very much. All right. Let me just do this, or a commercial, and then I'll come right over to the comment section, and then we will sign out. All right. Okay. I have a very important question for you. Is your computer, laptop, cell phone vulnerable to data breaches? Hold up. Y'all know that's an indirect question. Let me answer that for you. Yes, they are. All of your devices are vulnerable if you are not using Aura, the all-in-one digital security platform. Please go to my sponsor below, aura.com/Trent Out Loud, to get your free 14-day trial to see if any of your data has already been exposed. Before I read the script, just like to tell you in layman terms, your information is out there. Whether you are signed up to Netflix, Amazon, whatever you do online, in the heart, in the spirit of marketing, these companies are allowed to sell your information so people can know, oh, Trent likes to buy this. Bob likes to buy this. Suzanne likes to watch this. The problem when they sell your information, it can get in the hands of bad actors, and they could steal your information, charge your credit card, Look on TV. Just look at how many fraud commercials there are. There's people that are getting deeds for people's homes and remortgaging their houses. Aura can help with all of that because they take your information that is on the dark web and erase it off. And anytime it props back up, they automatically remove it. That's the beauty of it. And it's absolutely free. They'll do it one time for you, absolutely free. Even if you don't even want to sign up, you can at least get your stuff removed for free one time. So let me tell you the script now. If you are ever wondering how scammers get your cell phone number or why your inbox is filled with spam, here is why. There are companies called data brokers, and they sell your data. That's what I was just talking about. And they do it without your consent, and they make billions of dollars selling it to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. That is why I recommend today's sponsor, Aura, to my family, friends, and out louders. Aura takes care of the hard part for you, automatically removing your information off of these sites and keeping it off. Aura is an all-in-one digital security platform. With Aura, you get alerts if any of your personal information is ever found on the dark web, real-time fraud alerts for your credit card and banking information. You also get a secure VPN, antivirus, password manager. They have US-based, round-the-clock customer service. Also, listen to this. In the event that anything should ever go wrong, Aura also includes, not offers, but includes, they give this to you, a $5 million identity theft insurance protection package. Try Aura today free for 14 days with the link below. I'll put up the QR code one more time. All right. I'll take it down. You may already have a digital security tool, but not having Aura is like locking your front door and keeping your back door and your windows open. Now, why would you want to do that? You want to have all your doors locked. You want to have all your windows protected. Trust me, Aura is the leader, the number one in the business. Do not miss out on Aura today. All right. Shout out to Aura. All right. I got some comments. Finally. Here we go. Let's see where we were last. All right. Hey, okay, we got some more people in here. The professor is here. The professor said, "Hey, Trent. Hey, professor." The professor said, "Hey" to Kim. Kim said hi to the professor. Mystery says, "Lesson of the day is a quick thinker against a slow thinker. I think the brain is generally needs time to think so that you get better results." Totally agree. The professor said, "Hi, Trent." Hello, professor. Mystery says, "Hey, Trent. It's tough without Crystal and all the others around the lesson of the day question. At least I gave it a go." You did amazing, Mystery. Thank you. Hey, look who decided to show up today. Crystal's in the building. Bam, 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 bam. Crystal, what up? Yeah, Crystal, you had me thinking that something was wrong with the feed, man. Like, what's going on? Mystery says, "Happy birthday to Alex Out Louder." Crystal had, I don't know, some yell, something is wrong there, some swearing emojis. Mark said, happy birthday. Thank you very much, Mark. Mystery says, "Go Trent with the birthday singing." Crystal again with the swear. Crystal, what is wrong? How come you're having all these swearing emojis? And then Crystal said she was furious. Crystal, what's wrong? What are you mad at? Mystery said, "Great show again today, Trent." And then Mystery says, "Crystal got on." Okay, well, Crystal, hold on. I'm not going to sign off till I hear from Crystal. She wrote this 5 minutes ago, but I don't know what she's so mad at. Crystal, what's wrong? They're just a bunch of swearing emojis. What's going on, Crystal? Hold on a second here. Huh? Crystal, are you still there, Crystal, or are you not there anymore? Crystal, hey, oh, I can see. Okay, that's cool. Crystal, are you okay? I don't know. There's nothing else for me to read. There's nothing else for me to do here. All right, Crystal, I hope you're okay. I hope you're all right out there. I don't know what's going on with you. Here we go. What happened? Yeah, mystery. All right, let's not get off until Crystal answers us. We're a family. We're worried about you. Even Mystery is asking what is going on, Crystal. I will go to another comment section. I'll go back to this. I'll go back to my the posted comments. We're gonna give Crystal a minute to maybe answer us and let us know what's wrong, because we are concerned. Myself and Mystery are concerned. Okay, here is Tara. Tara made some comments. Tara's not on today either. Oh, wow. Crystal says, your feed is messed up today. I had to come over here to comment. Trent, I just sent 30 comments to your live. You never brought none of them up. See, there was something wrong with the live today. Yeah. Tara just sent me and said there was something wrong. So you guys have been sending comments and I haven't been getting them. Tara said she came over here to comment. That's probably what Crystal is upset about. That's what Crystal is upset, that she can't get her comments through. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. Tara, just let me know. Here we go. Citizen Kane came through the comment section. Crystal, how come you're just writing the mad emoji? Oh, maybe she can't type anything. All right, Citizen Kane came through with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Citizen Kane. Thank you. So yeah, Tara, I'm really sorry that you're here and you're typing and you can't get through. Clearly, the same thing is happening with Crystal. Again, here Crystal is just typing this. And I guess Citizen Kane, you're just able to send, you're not able to send any comments, but you're able to send a super thanks. And it looks like Crystal is only able to send emojis, but not send anything else. And just come to think about it, Kim, oh no, but Crystal sent some yos. She sent yo. Because also, if you go to the top, Kim also too didn't write anything. She also just sent emojis. This has never happened. Sorry to hear about that, Crystal. I'm very sorry, Tara. I'm very sorry, Outlouders. Really sorry. Crystal, if you want to make a comment of lesson of the day on the posted on the video side, I can read it out. Or send me a DM. Let me see if you sent me a DM. No, Crystal has not sent me a DM. Anyways, guys, I'm really sorry about all of this. Like I said, when I started the live on YouTube, I had to erase it and I had to create another one because the mobile wasn't there. I think that messed things up. Sorry. And I could see that nothing is coming through. Crystal, can you send me a DM? Hold on, I'm DMing Crystal right now. Oh, she can see it. Hold on. Are you on the live? Been trying to comment. Yeah, she said she's been trying to comment this whole time. Wow. Hold on. Why are... Yeah, she's on the live. So Crystal is here. Why are you only commenting? Hold on. Let me send her the same emoji. Can you... I'm going to ask her. So can you comment words? I've been trying to this whole time, but it keeps deleting my comments. The only ones that you posted, I can see. Yo, that is so weird. Emily's laughing. Or is that laughing or something? I'm really sorry, guys, that today messed up. Really sorry about that. All right, Crystal is right. Oh, here's... It seems as if you guys can only put out emojis. Crystal says she keeps trying both of them and she can't see them. They're getting removed. YouTube is hating on us. They're hating on the Outlouders. Anyways, Crystal, at least I was able to get you on through DM. If there's anything that you want to say, please let me know. Mars, if you're out there, I don't know, send me a DM, send me a WhatsApp message if you guys want to get anything out there. Mystery says, I use YouTube for music and stream films, but that's what it's best at. Crystal, if there's anything that you want to say, any comment you want to get, let me know. Let me see if Mars sent me anything. No. All right, Crystal, is there anything that you want to say before? Oh, there's Kim. Kim says, I'm having the same problem. I believe last week when I wasn't able to comment or anything like that. Yeah, but Kim, that's when you were on Instagram, and that's why you weren't able to comment. Crystal, she's on YouTube, mobile, and on the TV one, and she's not able to comment. Anyways, really sorry. Oh, Katie's here too. I believe my comments are being removed also. What is going on? Hi, Katie. Hi, Andrew. Yeah, I knew something was wrong because as I was doing the show, I can see how many comments. As you guys, I'm like, hey, the comment section is popping off. The comment section is this. The comment section is that. And I saw that it was low. And I was like, it's super weird. There's something wrong. I only had like 11 comments. Here's somebody, Charta only put some hearts. Anyways, really saw this. I don't know if, is there... I'm going to write to Crystal. Is there a comment you want to send now that you want me to say on stream? Hey, oh, there you go. There's Crystal. Now you're there, Crystal. As usual, I had a lot to say. How come now it's working? Happy birthday, Alex. Well, hey, Crystal, 2 came out, Crystal. That's funny. 2 messages. Crystal says, she said, I had a lot to say. Now I'm upset. Get 2 messages. 2 messages came. Oops, 2 messages came through. This is funny. This is actually really funny. YouTube is up to its tricks. It's a mystery. Hey, Professor, have you had any problems? Has all your comments been able to come through? Anyways, Crystal, if you have something to say about lesson of the day or Trump, let me know I'll get it out now before we end this stream. Really sorry. Tomorrow, if it happens again, then maybe I'll just do 1 stream. I know the Out Louders hate the 2 streams, but it works well and it gets a lot of like new people on. But like I said, I think it's just a glitch. I think it literally is just today, and I'm really confident it's not going to happen again. But if it happens again, I'll just come with 1 stream tomorrow. Okay. Mystery says, hopefully tomorrow will be better. 100% it will be better. All right. Okay. I don't want to stay on anymore because I feel like you guys are trying to get through, and I don't want you guys to get even more frustrated. Very, 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 very sorry, Out Louders. Y'all know, literally, I only do this live so that we could talk together and communicate live in the comment section. And funny enough, I made today's show a little bit shorter because I wanted to come to the comment section quicker because I really wanted to hear what you guys had to say about the State of the Union. And today, it didn't work out. The professor says, you did not sing happy birthday to me. I'm sorry. When was your birthday? I'm sorry, Professor. Remind me tomorrow, and I'll sing happy birthday to you tomorrow so that I'm not singing happy birthday twice. And you know what? Everybody will be here tomorrow, hopefully. And while everybody is here, then we'll all sing happy birthday to you. Okay, Professor? Good night, Trent and the Out Louders. Thank you, Mystery. Sorry once again to everybody that gave us comments and we weren't able to get them through. We will make sure there are no glitches tomorrow. I'll maybe like log in and log back out of the program that I am using. Very, 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 very sorry. I hope you guys like the show. I feel so bad now knowing that you guys were commenting this whole time. Oh my gosh. Citizen Kane, thank you very much for the for the super chat, my brother. Really appreciate you. I know you have an album coming out soon, so shout out to you for that. All right. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. Thank you very much again. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Make sure you come back tomorrow. I'll make sure to get the comments popping off tomorrow, all right? I love y'all. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud. Peace.